Hi Sourav, welcome to the channel CAT2IIM.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for bringing me back, and it feels so nice to see you again after I think quite a long time.
Yeah, same here. So the users, please make sure that you do check out the video till the end. So Sourav is a pass out from NMIMS Mumbai, and his story is of resilience. His story is of never give up attitude. His story is of hard work. His story is of patience. His story is of repeating is great. So let's know more about Saurav from Saurav itself. Yeah, tell me your profile, Saurav.
Thank you so much, sir, for those kind words. I think some of those things that you mentioned, it's something that I have learned from you, and you have helped me grow in that field. Now, coming to your question about my profile, so I did my 10th from CBSE and scored about 9.4 CGPA. In my 12th, I did it from my state board and I scored around 72%. Then in my undergrad, I did it in Bachelor's of Chemistry and then I scored somewhere around 72%. And again, it was from the state university from Bihar. So not a very big university or a college. After that, I had a 2 years of gap. Between my undergrad and my 12th, I had around 2 years of gap for my medical prep. And then I did my uh, CAT prep with you for a year. And during the first attempt only, I cleared NMIMS and I joined the MBA HR program. I joined the HR program without any work experience. So I don't have any work experience as well. Following which I graduated in 2025 and I have been working since then as a corporate HR. And yeah, the journey has been really exciting and very joyous, I think.
Oh, good
That's
to
for
hear.
sure.
Yeah, good to hear, Saurav, from you. So, like you talked about a 2 year gap you had, and uh, from chemistry to MBA, right? So, being a non-engineer, what I remember is you scored 90 plus percentile in the CAT 2022 con section. So how tough or easy it was for you? And you keep saying repeating is great. So let us know any suggestions for the non-engineers or the weak students so that they can improve in the con section. And of course, they do have a fear also. So suggest something for these students.
So coming from a non-engineering background, yeah, I think for us it's important to have a strategy for quants. And since I did not study quants after class 10th, so I needed a strategy, right? I
Mhm.
needed to break things down into basics, and then once my basics were clear, then I had to move into solving moderate problems. And I don't need to start with moderate problems when I'm beginning because that sort of affects your confidence and then it affects your prep and it also affects your other subjects, I think. The key is to have a strategy and be consistent with it. You will get stuck if you're a non-engineer in mathematics. There will be questions that you will feel, oh, if this is a previous year question from CAD and
Mhm.
I'm not able to solve it right now when I've learned the basics, how am I supposed to solve it in 2 minutes? So that is not how you should think. You should try and work with your educator, trust him that he'll help you build your basics. And there has to be a certain learning phase. So for me, I think I did the live classes twice. So repeating helps in building foundation. Once you have built the foundation, you have understood the basics, then you try and focus on increasing your scores in mocks. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to build the basics and also simultaneously attempting the mocks. When you are non-engineer, it's very difficult for you to focus on it because again, you're starting from scratch. So once the basics are done, then you try and uh, create and increase your scores through different practice sessions. I think after you conclude your batches, the live foundation classes, then you have a practice session wherein you go through different domains, different subjects, different topics, and from each topic, you sort of give us a very uh, whole spread of questions, some easy, some moderate, some really difficult. So it's a really good exercise. And a lot of the questions I think that I encountered were very similar to what you had given to us for practice. So I think practice, repeating is great, and never give up. In the foundation, when you're scoring low, do not give up.
So what I remember in CAT 2022, the QA section, there were a lot of direct similar question from the classes as well. And as you stated that we always look forward to go from basic to advanced first, and then looking at the booster sessions or the practice sessions for the CAT and the other exams. So yes, you are the first student who did my course twice live. So it requires a lot of patience for sure. And of course, you must have done the multiple times repeating of the recordings as well, right? Apart from the live classes, right? So just let us more your journey with CAT2IIM from a beginner to an achiever, right? So pass out from NMIMS Mumbai, currently working. So let us know.
So I think you must be aware that when I started my CAT prep, I had negative scores in Quant and DI. I think that
Correct.
is
I
something that I
remember.
did tell you, yeah. So that is where I started. And to get to where I ultimately reached, I think the journey was long and I learned so much. I grew so much, I think. So that is possible because again, you have a very small cohort and you focus on every student individually. I think you sat with me multiple times to figure out what strategy would work for me in quants, right? Or in LRDI for that matter. You are
Correct.
asking me to, and then ultimately I settled with a very good strategy, which I think works for a lot of non-engineers as well. You take some time and solve 6, 7 questions early in the paper, which are sort of easy and from the topics that you're comfortable in, right? Be it arithmetic, be it number system, be it set theory, whatever topics you're comfortable in, and the questions that you can easily solve in, let's say, a minute. You crack those low hanging fruits in the first 6, 8 minutes, and then you go for a round two and solve slightly moderate level questions, which you have already tackled in some form, right? And then probably if you're done with a second level, then you, if you have some time, then you go for a level three and try and maximize your score. But I think getting to 90 plus percentile can happen if you have done your first level right. That guarantees ki you are scoring more than 90 percentile. And then it's ki how can you maximize it? So I think
Correct.
this strategy that you helped me put together, I think that was I'm really thankful for you. Apart from that, also I think as a person you have pushed me a lot. I remember when I used to didn't do not I used to not join the classes, I'd receive a call from you. It happened I think twice with me. So that made me a little more serious ki if you are so caring about me and my future, I mean I have to. And yeah, I enjoy working hard uh, and when there's somebody to motivate me and guide me. So I was so thankful for you to be there, and I think you were the one who pushed me to fill NMIMS NMAT forms as well. I think because I was
Correct.
not filling the forms. So thank you. I think that is you. I think that for that matter, you need a mentor when you're prepping. It's not just key. You find resources and then you start. Self-learning is key. That is key, but mentorship is again very vital in those difficult moments when you are not able to see things for yourselves, the mentor will
Correct.
because of the experience. And thank you for that, sir.
Yeah, I agree with you, whatever you have said. So we keep saying in the classes also, not just an educator, but a mentor. And we care for your results. Of course, I know that you did not do that great in the CAT overall. And we knew that there are other exams also which should have been looked forward. And what I remember is you wrote SNAP, you wrote ZAT, you wrote NMAT, and through each of these exams, you got at least one top B school call. And I even remember you got a call from IFT in the year 2022. IFT used to have a separate paper. Now they accept through the CAT. So I keep telling to the students that when you prepare for the B schools, you should not just have only CAT in your mind. You should be open to the other exams also. Of course, you have to give your best for each of the exams. So I know that the mentoring helps to a great extent, and we do care if students do not come to the classes. So I'm pretty sure that receiving a call from my side would have surely motivated you to be regular, in spite of maybe not very uh, in the right health also at times, but you must have tried joining the class, right? So regularity is also very, very important, and especially students who are not that great in the Quant LRD, of course, they have to be regular with the prep, right? So one last thing from you, Saurav, any particular advice you want to give to the CAT and OMT aspirants who would be writing maybe this year or in the coming years?
I think the first advice would be to trust your mentor, your educator. Do not try and move around too much and explore too much. Once you have selected, you have done your due diligence and chosen a mentor. Trust the guidance, okay? Because you don't have that experience. They have the experience. They have seen students come from different paths and do well. So they know, sometimes they see your potential, and that is very important. That is where the guidance comes in. So that is the advice, the first advice, I think. The second one is to not give up. Your mentor will push you, but yeah, do not give up and try and fight, because you have to fight. And when I think I got calls from you once or twice, it brought a sense of responsibility in me as well. And then I thought, "Okay, okay, I have to work on my work ethic. It has to be absolutely like a fortress." And that helps. I think even in MBA, that attitude has helped me. And even after MBA, now that I'm working, that attitude I have carry forward. And that helps. People do appreciate your work ethic, your attitude, and yeah, that is really helpful. And thank you so much, sir. Thank you for that.
So, what I know is currently you're in the HR domain, and we wish you a lot of success in the future. And what I can sense is that you should be really doing well in the corporate world, in the HR domain. So, once again, all my wishes to you, Saurav.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I wish all the best to all the CAT2IIM aspirants. And if you are here, you're listening, you're definitely in the right hands. And if you keep at it, I'm sure you'll convert the best calls that you guys have. So all the best, guys. Happy learning.
Yeah, sure. So, if you are targeting CAT and the other exams, feel free to call us at 9891565351 so that we can give you more guidance, and we can look forward to join CAT2IIM and be the next achiever like Saurav, right? Thank you once again, Saurav,
Thank you so
ending
much.
the
Thank you so much for
session.
having.